Welcome to the Bulletproof for BJJ podcast. Today, JT and I are joined by an old mate of ours, Charles Allan Price, who is a strength coach for Jiu Jitsu athletes operating out of London in the UK. We came up together as coaches here in Sydney, and so I've known him over many years. We were meant to get together in Vegas, but Charles disappeared. And in today's episode, you are going to find out about the depths of the underbelly of Las Vegas. And over the weekend of CJI and ADCC in 2024, exactly how deep did Charles Allan Price, JT Tenacity, and Joey Worthington go? Stick around. It's an epic ride. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. By the way, big favor to ask for you is to like and subscribe. And if you are listening to this on an audio platform, make sure you give us a 5-star review. Really goes a long way to support the show, and it takes you like 10 seconds to do. Appreciate it. Let's get into the episode. Did you go to ADCC at all?
Yeah, me and Ozzy, me and Christian, we went to ADCC the day two.
Did you find it a little bit of an assault on the senses after being at CJI?
Yeah, well, it was just
I found the loud music. There was like 3 matches going on at once. It was hard to focus on shit.
I felt the vibe was off. I felt the vibe was off, and I don't know how to explain it properly.
Well, I mean, I think, let's say, for example, they've had like a basketball match there, right?
Yeah.
When it's halftime, people go get hot dogs, get pizza. There's nothing really going on except for people like maybe dancing or the mascots doing some shit.
Yeah.
So if you're just playing some, I don't know, mid 2010s hip hop on repeat, no one gives a shit. But if there's still some jiu-jitsu matches going on, but they're not focused on you, that feels off. Because you're like, hang on, is this a semi-final match? What's going on here?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I felt, me personally, like you're saying, the vibe's off. Obviously, they tried to go bigger to be like, this will be better. Yeah. But actually,
Firework display.
It had the opposite effect. I felt.
Kind of people love fireworks, man. We need more fireworks.
Pyrotechnics, monster trucks.
You see the fighters walking out, and then the pyrotechnics, and they're like, "Whoa, shit!" Like
getting burnt.
Yeah.
The first ADCC that we went to in 2022 was way better than the 2024.
Yeah.
Why? Because I think there was more attention on there was more attention around it. But I just felt like there was big gaps. Like I remember getting there to watch Taylor, my boy Taylor Pearman, and Elijah Dorsey. I mean, the match wasn't. Elijah Dorsey just wouldn't engage. But the whole 3 matches going on at the same time. You're just kind of like, where do I watch? It's like, I get it. They're just trying to get through it all. But like, these are good athletes.
Yeah.
Everyone on that stage is a good athlete.
All those matches deserve to be focused on by the whole crowd.
I think just have 2, like, if you're going to do it that way, just do 2 matches. You could have like 2. But if you're renting out the T-Mobile Arena, you could have 2 good stages. You could have 2 pits at that time.
Yeah.
There's so much space there to have 2 pits, right? Or two big.
I think 2's too much though, because I think it's just as soon as you dilute from one, it ruins the collective energy of the arena.
I do agree.
Whereas CJI, you walked in, it was like gladiatorial.
It's cool.
It's like everyone's there watching happening
that
right
match.
There. Yeah,
bang. Yeah, no, that's the ideal, right? Just having one match going on, and less people. I mean, just do it more frequently. Do it once a year.
Yeah.
Do it once a year. I mean, I think ADCC is trying to get the Olympics model. You only go to the Olympic Games and there's sprinting going on, there's hammer throwing going on, there's like shot put, whatever. It's all happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so for you, having been at the ADCC,
Yep.
been at the CJI, and had the same athlete compete at both, has Owen talked about his own experience, how he felt about participating in it? Like, you know what I mean? Because obviously they were very different setups. Did he say, man, I loved going to CJI, it was better than, or what was Owen's feedback about competing in both events?
I haven't actually asked him.
Oh, really? Don't you guys have a podcast or something?
Yeah, we just talk shit on that.
Fair enough.
What was his? I don't know. I think he did. I think he did enjoy competing at CJI. Owen likes to get paid. He wants to get money. So like, I guess he enjoyed CJI because he got 10 grand to go there.
Yes.
Actually, no. I did ask him. I'm like, what do you? He liked the rule set more.
Yeah.
He probably had a boring response and you just blocked it out.
I'll ask him when I get back. And
You were
I'll
like looking at Instagram. You're like, yeah, what did you say?
what did you say, mate?
Yeah.
I wasn't even listening to you.
But the thing is, I bumped into him after the after party.
Yeah.
Like, because there was a critical point at which I think Hodger went, strippers! And then, like, the whole VIP emptied. James Smith was there. Gucci Smoothie was there. Like, Craig was still there. Like, and there was just, like, this... Like,
Exodus.
exodus. And
Exodus.
so I just said, hey, man, like, let's
Chat to the boys. Let's get in here.
go. Let's get after this. And I said to Ola, my fiance, I'm like, you cool to go to strippers? She's like, yeah, let's go. Well, no problem.
Yeah.
But then we kind of all ended up out of the club. And then they're all like the White Rabbit. They just dissipated into the Wynn Hotel. I was like, where the fuck did everyone go? Like, it just disappeared.
This place is huge as well. It's
so
so easy to
big.
lose people there.
But
It all looks the same.
It looks the same.
Yeah, you're just trapped in this maze. But
Vegas is weird.
I saw, we were at the bar, whatever. Joey and I hanging out, Ola, and then eventually our boy Dark Prince. And we also saw the Wizard of Ozbek. He came out.
And don't forget young Jack,
Young Jack, our
video editor.
was there. Anyway, long story short, shout out, respect, much love.
Don't f this up, young Jack.
Yeah, you'll hear about it with docket from your pay.
Don't f this up.
So what happened was these boys peeled off. We went to go home and we bumped. Ola lost her phone. We didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
She'd actually left her phone somewhere in this immense place.
Yeah.
We're on our way out. And then I was like, oh, just call us an Uber.
No.
Where's my phone? It's now like 4 a.m. We're like, we didn't even know where we were. We were just trying to find our way back to the bar. And on the way back, we bumped into Owen.
Oh, no.
And Owen's missus is like, remembers Ola from the ADCC. And she's like, oh, hey, how you going? And like, we were wrecked. Ola was drinking doubles to my singles. And she was just like, I got to find my phone.
Freaking out, yeah.
Yeah, but they were like, no, it's okay, love. You're all right. And I had a little chat to Owen then, and it was cool. It was such a random chance
What were you chatting about?
meeting. How was it? What did he think? How's he like Vegas? He's like, yeah, we're going to keep it going. Like, he's like, I'm here for it. Like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, he was having a good time. Like, he seemed genuinely really disappointed, but pleased. Like, happy to be there. You know what I mean? Like, that was his vibe.
He definitely wants to get a CJI too. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make that happen as much as possible. I think the boys, I think the CJI boys, they do really like him. So he should get the call up again.
That'd be
We'd
great.
get behind that. Is there an option if he's not in a team? Are they doing some kind of super fight setup at all?
Not sure. I think it'll be the team. I think I think he'll be on that Misfits team. I know there's already a few people confirmed.
That's like a...
Yeah, I know there's a few. I know there's a few people already confirmed, and I think they are interested in Flano to do that. One of my boys is gunning for the Los Bandidos team. We'll see. We're going to see what's going to happen. I think all scores going to be revealed soon. So it should be exciting.
we're excited for that.
When's that meant to be?
August. I think so. August or September in Vegas. Yeah.
August.
Let's talk about bad investments for a second. I do this often. You probably are guilty of this too. You finish training, you drink your water, you empty your water can or whatever, and you go to the shop because you're still thirsty. Gas station, corner store, whatever it is. And you're looking for electrolytes because you know that electrolytes are the thing, right? Michael Jordan used to drink them. You see it in sports. Get me some salt, get me some magnesium, etc. And you end up buying a Gatorade or a Powerade over here in Australia, and the shit's really expensive and it tastes good, but it actually doesn't have much going on in the way of electrolytes at all. The dose is pretty minimal. I'll tell you what a good investment is. A good investment is acting ahead of time and having something like Sodi in your gym bag so that you know you can be optimally hydrated and you can be having a powerful dose of sodium, potassium, and magnesium, right, which are the electrolytes your body needs to perform at its best, in your system before training and then ready for you to go after training. This is absolutely the best investment you can make when it comes to hydration. And the beauty of it is that it works out way cheaper than a Gatorade. So if you are the kind of person that finds yourself going to the corner store most days after training and buying the expensive sports drink, don't do it anymore. Go to Sodi, sodi.com.au, and buy yourself some of this elite stuff, because I'll tell you what, I use this every day when I wake up, and then I use it again before I get to the gym and after training, especially in summer when I'm sweating a lot, and nothing makes me feel hydrated or perform as well as drinking Sodi on a regular basis. Get your hands on some now. If you're not sure which flavor you like, grapefruit is my personal favorite. But if you're not sure, get their taster sample pack. It gives you a nice little sample of the full range of flavors, which are all pretty excellent. And you can find your favorite flavor. Get Sodi now. Go to sodii.com.au. And when you check out, make sure to use the code Bulletproof15 to get 15% off any purchase. Go there now, get hydrated, drink the best stuff for jiu-jitsu. Are you going to go back, JT, with this year?
Mate, we're going back. We're going back.
I'll be
hard.
there. Yeah,
You'll go. You'll go. You have to go.
Yeah.
Are we? It's not a question of are we. It's where will we be?
Any excuse to get to America, I'll take it. I like America.
Yeah, love it over there.
Yeah, I like it.
What do you like about it?
I don't like Vegas, but I just like the intensity that America has to it. I like being in New York last August. So when I went over there in August, I was like, I'm just going to go there for a month. I did pretty much a week in New York, 4 or 5 days in Miami, 4 or 5 plus days in Nashville, went to Austin.
Amazing.
And then Vegas. It's just sick. I like the intensity that you feel like when you're in America. New York has got a great intensity to it. It feels like you're at like the mecca of the world kind of when it comes to media. And like I was just posting stuff on Instagram and I was just popping off because you're in a good time zone and whatever. It just like, I don't like if you make a good video, it's going to blow up anyway. But I just felt like excited to be in America. It's got a like vibe to it.
There you go.
And I like it.
Yeah. Well, I know what you mean. I think too, it's like it is like a cultural mecca for all of us.
Yeah.
And you can't help it.
It's Western media. It's the hub of Western media.
Yeah.
There's so many films, TV shows, things that occupy your consciousness, and you're like, oh shit, that's here. I'm in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is this reality that we've constructed.
Yeah, I mean, even look at wokeism. Where's that come from? America. Australia got wokeism now. Where's that coming from? America. I mean, we don't have to dive deep on the subject, but it's like because it can
there's
be
a bit of wokeism coming out of the UK, mate.
No, for sure, but there's definitely wokeism in the UK. But where's that all come from? America.
Potentially, I don't think about it. I'm not woke. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you are.
I don't think
I think we're all a bit woke.
we're all a bit woke.
Yeah.
But I think America's just that big hub. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next 4 years with Trump and
Now.
Well, no.
And Musk. It's the Musk show, bro.
Well, let me
He's
just
getting involved in British politics now too.
Elon.
Yeah.
British politics is.
Have you seen that?
No, what's he saying?
He went over and was backing whoever that Conservative Party is with Farage.
the Tories.
I'm all for that, mate.
Yeah, he was back, but then
The Reform Party.
yeah, and
I'm all
then
for that.
I don't know anything about their politics, so I don't have a stance. But then and so I think Farage was like, put some shit out like, oh, Elon's a great guy, and we had these meetings, and really happy to have his support. And then Musk puts a tweet out a couple of days later, being like, I don't think Farage is fit to lead the party, and so now Farage is like got like pie in the face kind of deal, and they're and they're talking about who the next leader of that party is going to be.
Oh
and
wow,
and so you're like, Musk is just going around pulling strings.
Wow.
He's the richest guy in the world, and also people will follow follow him.
But how funny did you see when he posted he posted something about like go fuck yourself in the face, and then 2 days later he's like, you know what, people need to post nicer things on.
He's a lunatic.
People
mate.
need to.
He's
Stop.
got like
What's with the negativity, guys? Like
people just love
he
him because
doxes. He does dox people. You know what I mean? He will shut people down if he doesn't like what they say.
He's a wild man. He's got 10 kids from 10 different women as well, doesn't he? So he's like.
Anyway, let's not talk this to an Elon chat. But
He's a fuckwit. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately, what I'm hearing from my friends in America is the vibe around the economy and technology is up.
People are pumped
Because Trump is not putting any limitations on that end of the spectrum. So if you're in tech and you're doing well,
Yeah, if you're making money and pushing innovation.
But if you're an Amazon delivery person, like life ain't great. So it's polarizing because it depends on where in that cycle you live, right? So there's plenty of people being like, this is the best thing ever, and then there's other people saying it's the worst thing ever. So it will be interesting to see how it plays out. But I think ultimately, if we look at the development in jiu-jitsu, there's going to be more and more big names and big money in jiu-jitsu in the States. We're going to see that.
100%.
So that's exciting.
Like we were chatting about before, it's people getting more leverage behind their own brand. People creating their own brand. Like I think you've got to do it. Like if you're a jiu-jitsu athlete, you've got to spend a bit of time. Like obviously you're at training, but like, and I see all the I know what these guys' lifestyle are. I hang around these guys all the time. It's like when you're not training, you're eating or just chilling out. That's it. So it's like you've got to put some time into putting out good content because you've got to get eyes on you. You have to become your own brand. You have to become someone that can have a bit of, like you said before, leverage. A bit of leverage. Like if you're an Instagram athlete and you've got 40,000 followers, that's leverage. Yeah. You've got eyeballs on you. You can sell things. You can make your own money. You're not desperate to get on these cards or get on these fights. Yeah. Or you can demand things, and people you'll get on more shows because of it as well. And I think a lot of these fellas, and this has been the theme of the podcast we've been doing the last couple of days. You've got to find a way to get more eyeballs on you, whether that's doing techniques or becoming a character. Like with Sebastian, perfect example. I trained with him on, and I didn't even know who he was until he put up that post of him flipping off Pavel, which is great. I'm sure he wasn't even like at the time. He was probably just being like, "Oh, this will be funny."
I think it was a joke, wasn't it?
It was just. It's obviously a joke. Pavel's cool. He doesn't care.
The bit that people missed is also afterwards. He was like, he's like. And yeah, Pavel's like, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, it's so like Seb's a nice guy, and it's like it's just a joke. And but it's so perfect because IBGF they carry on like a bunch of fucking clowns, like they're wearing suits and they got fucking microphones in, and they're just such cunts at there, mate. I was competing at the Europeans.
This guy now gets banned from the IBJJ App for a year.
You can't ban me. I you. I'm a Masters 1. No, I went to.
You'll have no one else at the comp.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me? I went to do the. They called me up and I was like, "Oh, I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm just gonna take my hoodie off and put my crash guard on." I had no top underneath the hoodie, so I just took it off. And the guy's like, "No, you can't be shirtless here." I'm like, "Mate, just relax. Like, I'm not going to go back into the changing room." And he's trying to push me to the changing room. I'm like, "Mate, I'm standing here and I'm going to put my rash guard on. I'm about to fight. Like, leave me alone." And he's huffing and puffing. He's got a suit on and he's like trying to like show me your ID. I'm like, "Just shut the up. It's jiu-jitsu, mate. It's not that serious."
Did you like drop the Cianagi on him with the suit? Like,
I was just like, just relax, mate. And I love that he got banned for 1 year, and now that post has blown up because it's made people realize that like what a joke. He's got banned for a year for doing that, but also it's fed Seb some fire under him. Yeah. And I chatted with him, and I love this attitude. He's like, "Yeah, I got banned for a year, but you know that reel's blowing up, and it, you know, he's got a job, and he hates doing that job." I hope he doesn't mind me talking about this, but it's like he hates doing that fucking job.
We will get him on, so we will get him on to talk about it.
Great, yeah. but he hates it, and he's like, I'm going to get to 100K followers at the end of the year, and I'm going to crush it. I'm going to get eyeballs on me, and I'll be able to get the matches that I want and make my own money. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah. But
the thing about it is it's not just that.
And you can see it. You look at his content right now, and he's banging up. He's doing 2-3 reels a day, and he's grafting, mate. And that's the thing. If you're jiu-jitsu, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, sure you can graft at your training. That's all great. And I understand like a lot of people don't want to have the personality to talk on camera or whatever. But it's like
JT and I want 2025 to be your best year of jiu-jitsu yet. And how are you going to do this? You're going to follow a structured strength and mobility program that is designed specifically for you. That's right. You're going to follow a program that's going to help you build a strong, robust, flexible body that is resilient to injury. This is not only going to help you perform at your best on the mats, but it's going to support you in day-to-day life, and it's going to keep you as injury-free as you can possibly be in a wild game like this. Now, we have programs in the app that are designed for whatever training scenario you find yourself in. If you've got access to a gym, we got programs. If you have a home gym with a couple of kettlebells, we got programs to suit. If you've got a piece of floor space and nothing else, we got a program for you. So wherever you're at, even if you don't have any training experience, you jump on board the app and we will walk you through step by step what you need to be doing to build a strong mobile body for jiu-jitsu. And the best part about it is that JT and myself are there along with the full coaching staff to help you along the way. You can take a 2-week free trial of the app. You can train for free. All you got to do is go to the App Store, search Bulletproof for BJJ, and download that app and get started. Sign up now, get started training. Let JT and I walk you through the process of building a strong, robust body, and let's make 2025 your best year of jiu-jitsu yet.
My mate Angus talks about this. You have value. They can provide value and share their thoughts to a wider scope of audience with the power of social media. You don't need to hold on to that information when you can share that to heaps of people, whether it's techniques or concepts or talking about some ideas that may be helpful to other people. Just get out there, get on camera and talk about it. And so what James Smith talks about as well. Give value. And of course it's going to be shit when you first start, but the process of, you know, getting in front of the camera or creating videos or whatever, you're gonna learn how to market yourself. You're probably gonna get better at your craft because you're explaining it more, and you've got to learn how to compartmentalize that into a 30-second to 1 minute video. But it can change your life.
Yeah,
it can change. It can change. Like, it's changed my life. Since I focused on, I was just like a PT, and my PT business was going really well. But I was like, I'm doing 50 hours a week plus. And I want to have money to be able to do what I want and travel or whatever. I'm just going to do, and I love jiu-jitsu. I'm just going to become an online jiu-jitsu strength coach. And I just devoted all my attention to that on social media. And I go back and look at some of my videos, even the videos I was doing this time last year. I'm like, oh, they're so shit. But it's like the process of just being like, I'm just going to put out information.
just keep going.
Keep going. Some videos I did was like, 60 likes or like 2,000 views, but I was like, yeah, you just keep going in the graft of like, you're going to get better, and it pays off, mate.
Yeah,
it pays off.
Totally true.
Yeah, fully agree. Yeah, it's something that jiu-jitsu athletes need to. I think there's like a bit of a maybe there's a hesitancy, but also a bit of a laziness around it.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like that thing of probably just like, no, like I'll just get really good at my craft and that's what's going to take me to the top. And
it's not good enough.
It's not. And the clock's ticking and you've only got a period of time.
No,
it's just like, I think people in business do the same thing, right? Gym owners and coaches and stuff, where it's like, they just find excuses to not do that. And you have to get over some of your own personal like insecurities and vulnerabilities, which are all really
hard. It's really hard.
It takes work, really right? Hard. But once you get past it, you're like, oh, holy shit, this is actually like quite fun and it's super rewarding.
100%.
Yeah.
It is enough if you're the best. It is enough. Like Mika Galval, he's not doing it like really anything with social media, but he wins everything. Cole Labate, not doing much with social media, wins everything.
But you can't look to them to be like, oh, that's the route.
No. I don't even think they're doing it like with the support of Flow Grappling, because they're the golden boys.
No, but they're successful.
No, but them themselves, they don't.
They are, but I would say that if we look at anything, in total agreement with you, if you look at the most successful person in terms of recognition, influence, everything, Craig
Jones. Oh, yeah. He works his ass off.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm saying in terms of like garnering attention, he is the model. And who has he modeled himself off? The greatest entertainers of all time, and they're not jiu-jitsu folks. Yep. So controversy and being different. Another instructional about closed guard, no one gives a shit. But it's been done to death.
To counter that point, but also look at like actually Gordon works hard on this in the social media. That's a good example. But like the Rotolo is an example. Wildly successful. They're not putting effort into their social media whatsoever or their media whatsoever, but they're f***ing amazing at jiu-jitsu. So it's the same for Levi. Everyone knows him because he's amazing. So it's like, not everyone's going to be the absolute best. However, if you can get loads of eyeballs on you just by putting out good content and be pretty decent at jiu-jitsu and win lots of comps.
You can still make money.
You can take money and live a great lifestyle. And then if you got more eyeballs on you, people are going to watch you.
Yeah.
I guess that's my point.
Yes.
But it's not for everyone. That's the thing.
That's the challenge. Can you bring yourself to do that kind of work? Well, I think actually we should put a pin in it there because we've got a bunch of other stuff to chat about too. But I think what you're saying about brand is so relevant, and the biggest problem is like there's no media training, professional development. There's none of these elements in jiu-jitsu because jiu-jitsu as a sport is actually professional sport is still in its infancy. Yep. Whereas you look at basketball players, you look at football players, these guys are getting media trained quite young
Yeah.
because they have to take press conferences and they have to do deals with brands to make money. And you know what I mean? And whereas you got jiu-jitsu people who you make you want to shoot yourself in the face when they talk.
Yeah. Well, again, it's up to them to be creative. Like even some of the people who do get media training, like, I think like you've either got it or you don't, and you just got to if you just get yourself out there and just get on the camera, and if you've got ideas to share, you've just got to share them, but don't be afraid to share them. That's the main thing.
But you can build that, right? Like some people have more of a gift, but anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it if you've got some creative flow. Because it's just, I think I look at social media as just being creative. It's a creative process, right?
Yeah.
Making good videos. Okay, I've got an idea. How do I want to relay this to a larger audience? That in a video that's going to bang, or not even bang, but how do I just get my message out?
I think this is the difficult because being good at jiu-jitsu, as we've said before, is a good mixture of athleticism and steroids.
Yeah.
And neither of those two things makes you a good communicator.
No.
You know
It's all communication.
You know what I mean? And so that's pretty important to have enough self-awareness to go, oh, but this is how I like information. And you're like, well, an audience doesn't give a shit about that. You got to speak to a person where they are.
Yeah.
Which means you got to go outside your own head.
Even looking at some of my boys when they do technique tips or like they show techniques, I'm like, wow, this is such a shit video. This is such a shit video, mate. Like me and Owen,
I really like the ones you do with Owen, by the way.
They're funny. Techniques.
The little intros with everyone.
Yeah,
I really like it.
It's just stupid. It's like sub 60 seconds. It's got a bit of chat to it.
Yeah.
And like, but then Owen's got the idea of it now. I watched Christian do one the other day. I'm like, why did you film it like that? Look, shit. The angle's all off. The chat's shit. No one's gonna watch this. Sure enough, no one fucking like comparative to some of the ones that we've done the technique tips that get 500k views, and it's like you make it like mildly entertaining, and it's gonna do well.
It's better, yeah, for sure.
Hey, where can people find your shit?
Instagram. Just get on Charles Allan Price at Instagram. Charles Own Experience on Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah,
Giddy up, son.
Giddy up.
See you on the next one.
Shoo.
Bossa.
Give me that weekend, Shane.
Let's get up. Get up.
That's it.